Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We are here with the amazing guest, Denieess. Denieess, how are we?
Hi, we're good.
Good stuff. We'll get straight into it. We won't keep anyone waiting any longer. So for the people that might not know yourself in the chat, if you just want to go a bit into detail about yourself and the content.
Well, I'm Denise. I mostly create content on Twitch. Recently, I decided to go into YouTube as well. But that's just a bit of a struggle. So I'm trying to get into it, but it's not really a thing. You can find me every day on Twitch. I mainly stream Call of Duty. But when I lose full on Call of Duty, you can find me on Minecraft. I like to Minecraft all day if I don't play Call of Duty. But yeah, that's basically
No,
me.
Minecraft is a good choice. Very, very de-stress.
Yeah,
Uh,
like I really don't get stressed when I play Minecraft unless I fall into a cave or into lava or I get attacked by spiders and creepers and stuff. Actually, I get stressed a lot on Minecraft. So yeah.
Fantastic. Um, so like I say, we'll get into sort of where content all started for yourself. And then we'll route back to Minecraft for you. So yeah, let's go right back to the beginning. Where sort of gaming started for yourself?
Um I think the first encounter I actually had with like a console type is defo the Wii or my dad's Xbox 360. He liked playing a lot of games, like a lot of first-person shooters, but then
Mm.
mainly story modes. He really scared me though. The games he played were at that time for me pretty scary because I was quite young. Um, and I used to play like Pinata Party on his Xbox 360 when he was at work, but that's about it. But I think my actual personal console would be the Wii. And for the people on my stream, they know this story a lot. But my first Call of Duty, I also played on the Wii. I
Uh,
played with like those gun sticks, so you can put in your nunchuck and your actual Wii stick.
the full gun.
Yeah, so I was just
Yeah.
running around my room like this the entire time, and I was on MW3, I believe, and I only played the campaign because I didn't have internet on it. But that's my first console.
The full gun as well. Like.
Yeah, it was really lovely. And sometimes my mum would come in and she would look at me like, "What are you doing, weird child?" But she bought it for me, so she's to blame here.
So
Um,
is that where your sort of love for Call of Duty came from then? Sort of jumping on the Wii there and playing that first person shooter.
yeah, kind of. I really enjoyed the campaign, but I must say that that campaign is maybe one of the best ever created.
Yeah.
Yeah. And later on, I got into high school. I think it was my second year, and my best friend was a guy. And we used to go to his house, not to do weird guy girl stuff, but to actually play Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, and only Transit. I didn't want to play anything else. Everybody hated Transit, but I love Transit, and I would not stop playing it. I didn't want to play multiplayer. Didn't want to play everything else. Just Zombies, Black Ops 2, Transit. And
Yeah.
that's yeah,
That
that's where the rest of the love came from because then I was like, okay, but maybe I want a PlayStation as well, and then it rolled further into what I am now and why I
yeah.
like it.
No, exactly. And I think you came onto the right sort of Call of Duties there. Like you say, they don't make Call of Duties. I mean, I am a fan of the new one, but nothing like the old school Call of Duties, and especially the zombies. I mean, I think you were blessed to come in with that because Transit was one hell of a zombies.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Um, so when did you sort of like you say, the love for gaming obviously grew and grew. When did you decide sort of that like streaming and twitching and things like that was sort of an option for yourself?
Well, I think that's actually a good one because I never really thought about streaming or being a streamer. I actually never really heard of Twitch before. I wasn't in people's live streams. And I played competitive a lot after I got into the scene on Twitter and stuff. So I was just playing competitive, and sometimes, yeah, you had to sometimes stream it, but that was about it. And I never really did it. But yeah, my friends told me like, "Hey, why don't you give that streaming stuff a go? I think it would be really interesting to watch, and yeah, we would totally have your back." And yeah, I'm talking about my good friends Dutch Kelly and Mive underscore. These are really my good friends that got me into streaming. So I gave it a go, and I thought that my starting up from like streaming to actually like get affiliate and stuff took a bit longer. But recently I checked the stats and they have been supporting me from day one because I saw my average viewers from like the first month were all like steady 888 and stuff. So I
Mm,
was really like actually blessed with my friends at that moment that they got me into streaming as well, but also just supporting me throughout.
yeah. So do you think that I know you briefly mentioned your competitive side of things before streaming? Do you think that that helped in any way, like you say, with sort of once you made that step into Twitch?
Um, Maybe a little. Like when I got into the competitive scene, I was mainly playing what is it, like the Dutch and the Belgium scene. So it's
Yeah.
mainly all speaking Dutch and going to Dutch lands and stuff. But the Dutch community was really toxic, and I never really talk about it anymore. And I'm very known to be like the toxic raging girl. But it actually has a backstory because I've been very put on a pedestal from day one, and people never really caught me some slack, never really gave me a chance. Um, so I went into like the whole competitive side with a very negative space. Like my head was not in the right spot. I think that streaming was really like a getaway from the negativity that I saw on Twitter constantly about me. Um, yeah, so like to be in a Twitch stream where people were only showing you love and support and kind messages and everything, I think that really was like a yeah, pretty nice like flowing through from just playing to actually streaming and playing and actually getting nice things back, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it did
No.
help.
Yeah, no, exactly. And where you say sort of like the communities within competitive scene, do you feel that due to you being a female within that scene, do you feel that that was something that was seen by other members to use that against you to sort of hold you back to sort of progress?
Not really. I think it really gave me a kick when people knew it was
Mm,
a female. Um, I mean, I'm now like very much like I don't want to put like girl in my clan tag and stuff like that because
yeah.
I think that's just a bit like, yeah, I don't need that intention anymore. But when
Mm,
I actually just got my PlayStation 4, I played Black Ops 3 a lot, and I did have that clan tag because I really enjoyed the kick that people gave me from, oh my god, I just got beaten by a girl, or that's a girl, like, you know? So
yeah.
at first, I really didn't feel like any pressure, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was like, yeah, you got just destroyed by a girl, you know? Like, we can do it too. But now, with all the shit that I got over me for being a girl and just playing competitive and all that stuff, I really am just like, you know, I'm playing my game, I'm doing my thing, but just leave me alone.
Yeah. No.
But yeah. So now, especially in the competitive side, I think it's yeah. I mean, when I load into a league play game or when I get into a GB and they see that it's me, that I sometimes get nice comments and I sometimes just play a game, but it's also a lot like, oh, you fucking slag, you whore, you're a bitch, go back to the kitchen, do my laundry. And I'm like, yeah, 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 just play your game. But like, it still goes to the back of your head. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been said again today. So, yeah.
No, like I said, I mean, for, obviously from myself, being a male, like I can't really, sort of relate to any of those comments because obviously it's a lot of the males that say that, towards the females, and it's
Yeah.
a very toxic and sort of disrespectful environment in that sense. But like you said yourself, when you beat those players after, I mean, the buzz that you must have, the adrenaline, like you say, embarrassing those players that are kind of giving you those negative comments must be a thrill in itself to be like, "Do you know what, like, yeah, you're giving me all these comments, but I've just slapped you about, so
Yeah, yeah, that's really, I think that that's really the thing where like you keep going. But on the other hand, sometimes I just feel like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get these negative messages anyway, and they won't like see my progress. They won't see that I'm doing better, that everything is going well. So sometimes I really think to myself, like, why am I still doing it? Why am I still
yeah,
trying? Because you don't get recognition. People will still say what they want to say about you because their opinions never change. So yeah, sometimes it's a bit you do see the downsides of it, and you sometimes really don't want to go. But yeah, just think of it and keep going, I guess.
yeah, no, exactly." And I think that your you're one of few streamers that are kind of, especially for the people that are sort of up and coming in the scene, especially females, that they can sort of look up to people like yourself, who have kind of battled through those hard times of, like you say, people coming in the chat and being vile. Because like I say, COD is a very toxic community, regardless of what you play. If it's online, whether it's GBs, like you said, competitive, it is very, very toxic environment, and people sometimes aren't aware of that. But watching people like yourself, I mean, it gives them that idea, and the sort of strength that you have to push through is incredible. So hats off to yourself for that. To get where you are today, like you say, is incredible. Um, so like I say, we're sort of out of the competitive sort of side now. So once you started streaming on Twitch, and like you say, you've gone through those sorts of passages of what you wanted to play, sort of GBs and things like that, and now you're more of, like you said, league play online. Is that sort of where you're going to look to for your content moving forward?
I really don't know actually. I think I want to go where my stream wants me to go. Like
Yeah,
if a lot of people, like if a little people watching me play pubs and a lot of people watch me play league play or more competitively, I will more lean towards the competitive side because I just really want people to enjoy what they're watching, and if that's what they enjoy, then I'd rather stream that. But it's also that I enjoy competitive side a lot, especially
yeah,
with the newer Call of Duties with the seasonal ranking, the weird camos. Like, there's not really a challenge for me in the public side of the games. That, yeah, just keep me going. So sometimes I really am like, okay, well, I can get some XP on GB and I can actually improve on GB or on rank play. So I personally think that once a ranked game mode will launch on Vanguard, I will move more to that side and stay like normally like an hour or 2 hours on pubs to warm up, and then like go into league play, like sort of, so you can shoot back a little. But yeah, I think that's really where I want to go. But I don't see myself switching games, by the way. I don't see myself going to
no,
Halo or all that stuff. That's just really not me. So yeah.
yeah. Is that just because of sort of the love that you've had for Call of Duty for so long? It's just something that you want to stick by and carry on playing, or
I think so, but also I really don't enjoy playing something that I'm not good at. Like, I'm not the best at Call of Duty, but I still know what to do, and I'm still like not the bottom leaderboard player. So that gives me joy. But when I play Halo, I played it one game and I didn't understand anything of it, and the movement was so different. I just don't enjoy it.
yeah,
So yeah, I find
no,
joy in things that I'm decent at.
yeah. I mean, like you say, if you've played it for so long, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? You know what you're doing, you know sort of the movement, you know all that kind of thing. You know the objective of how to play the game. It's always, comfortable, isn't it, in terms of that sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like you say, you mentioned your community. I mean, the love in the chat already is incredible. So, you clearly have that love back for the community. Um, is it something that's sort of like a driving force to you to click live every day for you to go into these streams and compete?
Yeah, definitely. I think I always say, like, if the chat is a bit dead, like there's not a lot of people talking, yeah, you just keep going, and I then talk to myself. But like, I find a lot of joy when I see the chat moving and when I see new comments or when I can say something back to the chat. I really find a joy in that a lot. Like, I'm not in this for the money and I'm not in this for the fame. I really am in this because it's mainly my main source of light go through the day. Especially now with the COVID stuff, things can get deep very fast, and you can get down very fast. So yeah, to say that this is my main source of light, it really is. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, brilliant. Um, okay, so we'll go into sort of like the next sort of segment here for you, where we go into sort of like say the competitive side of yourself, and then we start going into sort of your Twitch moments, your best sort of moments, and that sort of thing. So do you feel that there's any sort of source of where your competitive nature's come from outside of gaming? So is there anything that you did, when you were younger that brought that sort of competitive side within you, or?
I don't know. From my youth, from like actually elementary school until high school, I don't really remember anything but being bullied for my entire life. So, I was never allowed to play with other people on like school fields because they didn't allow me. They didn't want me there. Playing, for example, like some football with the boys on the fields. You always do that. I'm not sure if that's a thing in other countries, but we call it like pana knockout or something, where if the ball goes through your legs, they can kick you until you touch like the magic tree. And I would get kicked extra hard when I played. So
Mm,
yeah, I was never really invited anywhere or allowed everywhere. So I think maybe showing that you are like getting competitive, showing that you can do what you like to do, or showing people wrong. I think maybe it came a bit from there. Like
yeah.
I don't know, just trying to prove to people that you are different, that you are not why they bully you. So all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, no, just from listening to that, obviously sorry that you've had to, experience that. That's not right in any community, but that does seem like such a driving force for you, and sort of like showing people, do you know what, kick me as many times as you like, I can still push through and succeed. Um, and that's incredible in its own, to be where you are today, using that as like a driving force, building the community that you've got, from that is incredible. Um, so we'll talk about the best. We'll go into sort of the best content moment you've had. Now, this is always a difficult question, so we can mention sort of multiple scenarios, obviously, that you've been in. But we'll sort of first of all get into sort of the competitive side. So the best sort of competitive moment that you've had, obviously to date.
Oh, that's yeah. I actually have two. And one's definitely placing second at a Dutch LAN. Um, it was a Red Bull themed LAN. I was back on Black Ops 4, I believe, and that was also the Call of Duty was pretty decent. That I would say, like that was actually something where I was like comfortable with myself and playing.
Mm,
But the two Red Bull events, and both first and second place went on to the main event. So yeah, four teams eventually in the main event, battling it out for a full funded team pass with hotel and flight and everything to Malta to play in that Malta LAN event.
mm.
So yeah, we placed second in one of the lands, and we were so excited because we actually had a shot of going further with this. Actually, maybe go to Malta, which we really wanted. Well, the main event we placed fourth, aka last, but I mean, we were playing against very good teams. So
Yeah.
yeah, still props to those teams. They are very good and they knew what they were doing. But just for me to be able to say that out of like 15 teams or something, to say like I got second, crazy. Like that was for me like, yes, I can do this. And especially just to prove people wrong, like afterwards I got tweets like, oh, you weren't even good at LAN. And I was still like, yeah, but I still beat you. Like you still play below me. So I think that was very cool. And we also got like a MSI bag with what's it? I think like a whole box of Red Bull cans and yeah, just some extra goodies that were like probably funded by the event itself. So that was very cool as a prize. Um, and the second, like my most exciting one was definitely the one that was maybe like a week ago, and I played a 2v2 co-ed tournament with BB Connor. Um, and yeah, that was my first win. we placed first in that one, taking home grand total of £40. But for me, that was really exciting to finally see like a high placement to show like, hey, I've got champs. Like that's very cool. And also I set a goal for myself this year to like try getting more into like the money side of this competitive thing, to reach like a total of 100 earnings for Vanguard, because I never really played wagers or anything, or tournaments for money on other Call of Duties. So for me, it would now be very great to push myself more into those tournaments. But yeah, just my first actual win, that felt really good. That was great.
Yeah, well, like you say, one win now. The expectations are high. So coming into Vanguard, we need to see a couple more champs tweets, I think, from you throughout the year.
I would love to.
No, perfect. I know we spoke about this towards the start, but if you've got a specific team or group of players that you've played with, who would be the sort of best group of people that you've worked with, sort of within, whether that's competitive or, like you say, through your streaming, and why?
Yeah, I would go. I've thought about this a little, but I would definitely say the group of pub stompers that I met on Cold War. Um, the group goes around with Reaper Reeves, Burghumpys, Sorelity, and then like a couple of our viewers slash friends that like kept on playing with us, but like me, Reaper, Burghumpys, and Sorelity, we really were like a group on Cold War where we went into the Nuketown lobbies every day, and we were very scary. Everybody always left. But yeah, they were absolutely amazing, and they got me into enjoying pubs a lot and showing me how to do certain things and how to keep going. And the funny part about this is that I first didn't know about Serenity or Reaper. I only knew about Burghumpys because um, Menno, that's his actual name, he has this thing where he goes into a lobby, and when he thinks he can drop a nuke, he screams, upload time, ready to get nuked." And he does that to everyone. But at the time, I didn't know. I didn't even know him at the start. I was just like, oh yeah, that's a Dutch name. It's probably gonna be another Dutch shitter, like that's always how I think of Dutch people. So he said that. I was like, yeah, shut up. So we went to that game. He did nuke me. So afterwards, I got toxic because I know, like I'm sorry, I'm not a great person sometimes. Like in my competitive setting, I'm a very, very awful person. Working on it. I'm 20 years old, so please cut me some slack. I'm still working on myself. Yeah, trying to heal from my past traumas and stuff, and try to grow to a better person. But yeah, so afterwards, he was very kind. Actually, he was just very funny and laughing, and like you got nuked. So yeah, later on I texted him privately, yeah, saying about yo GG. So I'm sorry for being a bitch. I really really thought it was funny. Oh, you're a good player. So then we rolled a bit like together, and then eventually I got into his group of friends with Laser and Reaper and Serenity and stuff. So yeah, that was very great, and yeah, we really enjoyed playing. Yeah, and in those lobbies, all like dropping nukes together in the same lobby. You would sometimes see like actually 5 nukes or 6 nukes if you're in 6-man party. So
Mm,
yeah, really great people. I really really recommend them. They're very great.
perfect. And if so someone that you haven't worked with, um, who would be sort of the ideal person that you think, you know what, I would love to make content with them or play with them that you haven't already played with?
I would definitely say Face Kalite because she's just basically like me, but then on Warzone. I really, really love the way she is and just no fucks given going, and like look where she is right now. People told her like you're never gonna make it, like look at you, you need to change yourself, blah 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 blah, like all that stuff, and she's still proving everyone wrong every day. So yeah, I think she's really a role model, and I really hope she realizes that she is a role model, because sometimes I just don't feel like certain people know when they are being a very big role model to other people, but she really is. And yeah, she's just great. She always has great vibe. She's funny. She's she can be toxic. She's good at games, like yeah, I think she's a very very top player. I really enjoy her. So yeah.
Right, and so this is the final question of the night. It's a surprise question we ask all of our guests.
Oh gosh.
Um, it is to completely catch you off guard. Um, so if you were stuck on an island, you get one person to take with you, and you need 3 items. What what are you gonna take?
As in items to get off the island or to live on the island. Is there any way, shape, or form that you can go back into like the normal world? Or
No, you're on that island. You're stuck now. You're there for life. So these three items that help you live and survive, and then obviously you've got one person to take with you.
that's so bad. Okay, one person. Gosh. Mm. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so speaking out loud, thinking out loud. I would definitely be a person that is very good with his hands, so he can build stuff and like be a farmer type of stuff. Um Damn.
So there must be some farmers in the chat. Come on. So come on. Someone make it easy for Denieess. Come on.
Oh my gosh, I see some in the chat. He can shoot very straight, but I'm not sure if he can build like a water fountain. Um Oh, I'm good at Minecraft fishing. She takes my enchanted rods all the time. That's true though. That's very true. But gosh,
Let's think about the sort of things you're going to take first, and we'll come back to the person. So three items. What are you going to take?
um, I would take. First of all, I would take my contact kit with like the contact liquid and like a bottle where I can put my contacts in. I don't like to go blind on the island. Like I would like to see. Um, I would um I would take some fruits and veggies that you can like replant so that
Yeah.
you always have a source of food so they keep on growing.
hmm
Um Does the island have creepers? Well, then I need a sword. If there's like gonna be monsters and stuff on the island, then I need a sword. Um but damn it! What's the lesson gonna be if I'm stuck on an island? Or I have to pick somebody that won't bore me, or I have to pick someone that's smart but like boring. But then I have to take something that will not bore me all day.
See, this is the fine line. You've got to choose someone that's not going to drive you insane.
Oh, but a lot of people can drive me insane. Like even my mum can. Like, gosh. Um. um. Damn it! What would I take as the last thing? So I've got food. What was my
You got
first thing that
food,
I
and
said?
you've got your contacts,
Oh yeah, like
and
so
your
I can
liquid.
see. Yeah, so I can see, and I have food. What would I then take? She don't choose any of my cheese blocks. Oh, that's pain. Um, Damn it. I think I would go with like a sun chargeable flashlight so you can always see what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's
So
smart. I think that'll. Yeah.
I think that will work because you can just like Minecraft, use your fist, cut over some trees, make them into yeah, make them into weapons and stuff. So that's what I would take.
Right. So
But
we've
now
got
who would
we've
I
got your
take?
liquid. We've got your liquid. You've got your veg and things like that. That obviously you can replant. And you've got your torch. Now, this is the main question. You've got to take someone that's not going to drive you insane, but can also farm and not be useless.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so yeah. So I don't have anything to enjoy myself with there, so that person has to enjoy me. Oh gosh. Why is this so hard? Who do
This
I
is the
want?
idea. This is the idea. Drop it at the end so that we can have a bit of a fun ending, but it gets you thinking. It really does.
No, this is an annoying question. Help.
So there's got to be
Um,
someone. Let's scroll through the chat whilst we're. So there's got to be
okay,
someone that
it
we.
has to be somebody that's like just a bit hot, so I won't be bored, like mentally. It has to be somebody that's also just fun IRL. And it has to be somebody that knows how to build something. um, damn it.
Hmm.
Damn it. I'm
I
also
mean,
thinking like of who do I know? Or like who is a famous person that also has like good hands and knows what he's doing?
yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna let you pick anybody. So I'll even go celebrity level. So if you know someone, that's that level that you want to pick, go ahead.
Oh, okay, like if it's gonna be like celebrity level, I would say Elon Musk because that dude can make a fucking potato go to the space. So
Yeah.
I would say Elon Musk, but he will bore the shit out of me, I think, and he's not very attractive.
But
So
he could potentially build something that gets you off the island.
yeah, so like indeed, I think Elon Musk is a very good idea. So like he gets me off the island, and then I can go back to the hot guy land.
Yeah, then you don't need him because you're off.
We don't need him anymore.
There we go. So we've got Elon Musk, we've got your contacts, your veg, and then also the torch. I mean, that's pretty spot on, if you ask me. I think
Yeah,
you've got
so
it
so that's what I would take to an island. Oh my
perfect.
gosh. Yeah, I can
Right.
also
So,
say my PC, but yeah. No,
oh,
I
we've
don't
had
think
we've
that
had people
counts.
say all sorts. We've had, like you say, people saying, you know, swords. We've had people saying the full PCs. We've had people saying double bed because they want to be comfortable. We've had people say, honestly, we've had people say all sorts. So I think yours are quite tame compared to other people. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Um,
What if I
thank you, honestly.
say, but what if I say I will bring my house, just my entire house?
I,
Would that count?
look, I can't make miracles happen with this island, unfortunately. I don't know if I can just kind of grab your house and put it on, but we can see what we can do.
Thank you. Oh.
Um, honestly though, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Um, even the last question, you've you've made. I think a lot of the chat have really enjoyed it. But wherever guys you're watching this, we'll have all of Denieess's socials. Please, please, please go show us some love. Twitch, especially on YouTube. Let's get the YouTube popping. But yeah, honestly, Denieess, thank you so much for coming on. It's
I
been really,
enjoyed
really
it.
enjoyable. Really has.
It was really great. I liked it.
Perfect. Right, everyone. Good night. Peace.